Guess what? It's the National Lottery Guesstimation with your host, Nick Knowles.
Thank you. Oh, it was worth putting the suit on for, wasn't it? Yes. Good evening and welcome to the first in a brand new series. This is Guesstimation, where knowledge is helpful, luck is useful, and guessing is absolutely crucial. There are two families here hoping to be tonight's best guessers, because that's going to win them a brilliant holiday. We'll have some unusual questions and some strange challenges, and on the way, you're also going to be meeting some special guests. This week, we have Olympic weightlifter Michaa Breeze in the building. Yes, we do. And also, we'll have the green number draw supporting the London 2012 Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. So, let's get straight in and meet the first of tonight's families.
Hi, we're the Coffees!
I am quite good at guessing. I can usually guess when my favourite football team is going to win the match.
Guessing's worked out for me on the horses lots of times.
The most competitive person in the group is definitely Philip.
I've been on the internet practicing already.
He has to win at everything.
I'm getting better. I will let the children win occasionally now rather than never.
I'm really quite confident that we'll outguess the other family.
We're called the Coffees because we're hot stuff.
It's Brian, Judith, Phil and Sam. Welcome, Coffees. You mentioned they're your football team, Judith.
Yes.
You said you can usually tell when your football team are going to win. Well, given they're Man United, it's not a difficult guess, really, is it?
Definitely not. Especially if they're playing against Liverpool and things like this.
So you're all Man United fans, are you?
No, we're all Liverpool fans.
Are you on your own as a United fan?
Yeah.
Phil, you look very competitive on that film.
Unbelievably competitive.
Yeah? You'll win at any cost.
Yes.
Well, look, you're all good guessers, are you?
Hope so.
Fingers think so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Coffees. But who is that opposition that they're eyeing up? Shall we meet them?
We're the Lockies!
The most competitive in our group is definitely James.
We quite often play games after we've had dinner and things, and I do get quite competitive. Sometimes it nearly comes to blows.
I'm quite looking forward to meeting Nick Knowles.
Actually, I think Nan is going to be the dark horse.
I like rugged men. What I say as a team captain is going to go. No matter what they say, I'm team captain.
Our message for the other team: we'll send
you
you
a postcard!
Monica, Mel, Christian and James. So, parties. Tell me about your parties. You had a Eurovision one, didn't you?
We all put countries into a hat, we plucked them all out, and then we came dressed in that country, and then we all brought a dish from the country as well, so it's a bit sad, really.
Christian's a bit of a fan, though, of Eurovision, so we do kind of have to watch it every time it's on.
And what costume have you come in tonight?
Norway's, actually.
I'm going.
Right, we'll move on. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lockies. The prize that they're playing for tonight is that fabulous family holiday. We're not going to reveal exactly where just yet, but here's a little teaser.
Here's where tonight's winning family will be enjoying their holiday. Looks great, but you'll have to be the best guessers to get there.
How well do you know your skylines? There's a few clues in there. OK, families, that's what's at stake. Remember, tonight's show consists of 3 rounds and the final. The better you do in those rounds, the more of you will make it through to the final. Each round is made up of 2 questions and a challenge. The better you do in the questions, the more of you guess in the challenge. Got it?
Yeah.
Good, let's get guessing. The questions will be based on one of these categories. Long shot, wide world, follow the crowd, in the mix, what's in a name, and fallen stars. So, let's see which category is first this week. It is follow the crowd. Freeview, digital, satellite, and cable viewers, you can play along too. And for you, it's a little easier. Press the red button now, and for each question or challenge, you'll have 4 options to choose from. So, good luck to you, stay-at-home guessers. Right, Judith, I need to know from you, who do you think is going to get you off to a flying start?
Samantha And me.
So you've gone for the lady straight away?
Mm-hmm.
Any particular reason?
Because we're the best, Nick, to follow. Leave the best to the last, you know what they say?
All right, thank you very much. Mel, who are you going to choose?
Christian and James.
Not you.
We want to get off to a good start, so that's why I'm choosing Christian and James.
All right, fair enough. So for the Lockies, it's going to be Christian and James. And for the Coffees, it's going to be Judith and Sam. Let's kick off with the 2 questions on Follow the Crowd. Captains, you'll definitely play in the challenge in this round. How well you do in the next 2 questions will decide who plays with you. Remember, I'm looking for the best guess. It's all a question of judgment. Question 1. The Live Aid concert in 1985 drew a crowd of 72,000 people to Wembley. But how many people turned out to see Bob Geldof at his concert in Milan in 2006? You have 10 seconds to make your guesstimation, starting now. How many people turned out to see Bob Geldof at his concert in Milan in 2006? I don't think he'd be wearing an expensive suit. That's your 10 seconds up straight away. Look at that. So, let's find out whose guess was worst. It was... Judith. With 65,000.
Dear.
Despite your confidence, you can see how wrong that is when I tell you that the answer was 45 people. That's true. And Bob, if you're watching, I'm sorry to bring it up, mate, but yeah, 45 people turned up to his concert in Milan. Isn't that a bit of a shock, isn't it?
That's terrible.
So, who has got closest and won this first question? Who guesstimated closest? It was... Christian, with 4,500. Amazing. It was 100 times more than the actual answer, but nonetheless, it was still a winning answer. That's how the game's played. So let's take a look and see what everybody else has said. Sam, you said 55,000. Out of this side. James, you said 25,000. So, well done to the Lockies. So, question 2. Eyes down. The epic 1959 film Ben-Hur was awarded 11 Oscars and cost around $15 million. The famous chariot race took around 5 weeks to film. But how many extras were used in that celebrated scene? 10 seconds starts now. Make your guesstimation. How many extras were used in the chariot race scene in Ben-Hur? 10 seconds is up. OK, so let's find out whose guesstimation was the worst. It was... It was Sam! So, yes, and the reason that's a bad answer is because the answer actually is 15,000.
I meant to put another note on that, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, you ran out of time.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
That was what it was.
No, it wasn't, was it?
No.
OK, so 10 times the number that you actually put. The question is now, who got closest with their guesstimate? It was, in fact, James with 10,000. 10,000, so still 5,000 out, but still close enough to win it. So, Christian, let's have a look at yours, see what you actually put down there. You said 6,000, and over here, Judith, you said 5,000. So that means, the Lockiers, you get to take 2 people into the challenge with you. Mel, who are you going to leave out?
Mum.
Mum? Is that a bit harsh, isn't it? You're not upset?
No, not at all.
She came to make up the numbers.
Right, OK, and of course the Coffees, you didn't get any questions right, so Judith, you'll be playing this all on your own. So it's going to be Judith playing for the Coffees and James, Christian and Mel playing for the Lockiers. So let's see who's joining us for our first challenge. It's dancing duo Anton Dubek and Aaron Bowles. Magnificent. Thank you so much for coming. Look at you, glittering and looking fabulous.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks for coming along, Anton.
That's my pleasure. I'm only here to make the dress look good.
Yeah, this is marvellous, and celebrity come dancing, going from strength to strength, and you're touring all around the country and everything. It's just, the whole thing's just gone berserk, hasn't it?
It's been fabulous, really. I mean, bigger than anybody could have ever expected. And, of course, this year will be its seventh series.
Seventh series. OK, Anton and Erin, we know you're great dancers, but we've got a strictly tough challenge for you tonight. What we want to know is how many quick-step pivots can you do in 30 seconds? And for those of you who don't know your foxtrot from your fandango, what exactly, and to be honest, I don't know, what's a pivot exactly?
We're going to show you.
Well, let me show you very much.
OK,
Yeah,
shall I make
Would
some
you
room?
Just make
Shall I get off the
a little bit of
stage?
room. Just get off the
Thanks very much.
It consists basically of 2 steps turning. Let's just show you. So we're going to go like this. 1, 2. That's 1 pivot. We carry on 1, 2.
2 pivots.
2 pivots. 1, 2, 3 pivots.
3 pivots.
All right. So 2
OK.
steps, 1 whole turn, almost.
Thank you. I'll leave you to limber up, warm up, do whatever it is that you do normally backstage. Might be a small insight for us, actually.
Lie
yeah.
down in a darkened room.
OK, so that's what we need to work out. How many quick-step pivots can Anton and Erin perform in 30 seconds? So you have 10 seconds to make your guesstimation, starting now.
Are we ready?
How many quick-step pivots can Anton and Erin perform in 30 seconds? Yeah. There you go, your time's up.
Oh.
OK, the 30 seconds will start when you start your first pivot, OK?
OK.
OK, music, maestro, please. How amazing was that? Can you stand still? Are you all right now?
Yeah,
I'd be all over the place like this.
I sort of lost where was front and where was back.
So I'd just like to say, and it was lovely. 10 points. 10 points. I've always wanted to do that. Do you know what? That was marvellous. Do you know how come you don't get dizzy? Explain that to me, because you're like round and round and round.
Well, there's a technique called spotting, where you have to locate a point at various parts of the room.
Right, and you even went off the side of the stage and came back on again without even a hit.
Did we?
That was absolutely
Would you
fantastic.
like to try?
No, thanks. Really, I've got 2 left feet. It's never going to happen to you.
We're experienced with those.
No, it's very nice of you. On this occasion, no. Oh, all right then, if you rolled that, thanks. No, I'm joking. Cut. No, honestly, no, because I'll just make a fool of myself. You two look so fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, 31, I'm told. 31 pivots. Ladies and gentlemen, Anton and Erin. Wow, that's fantastic. Get off.
Get off.
So, OK, the answer that we had there was 31. They performed 31 pivots. That's almost 1 a second, isn't it? That's incredible. So, who guessed worse? That's what we do first. It was James who said 95. 95?
I thought they could move a bit quicker than that.
95? In 30 seconds? We have to find out who got closest and who's actually going to be taking that crucial extra teammate into the final round for the holiday. It's really important. So, was it one of the 2 remaining Lockyers, or was it the 1 coffee? It was, in fact... It was Mel with 27! So, Mel, you get to take an extra person to join you in the final. Let's have a look and see how everybody else did. Christian, you said 47. Judith, you said 42. At the end of the first round, it's 1-0 to the Lockyers. Let's move on to our next round and have a look at our remaining categories. Long shot, wide world, in the mix, what's in a name, fallen stars. So the category this time is what's in a name. Captains, the 2 players that didn't play in the first round now play. So on this occasion, playing for the coffees will be Brian and Phil. Lockyers, OK, that means playing for you, it's going to be Mel and Monica. Let's get straight on with question 1. In 2008, psychologists conducted a study into which girls' names were considered to be the luckiest. Lucy was considered luckiest. But how lucky was Heather? What position was that name on the list? What position was the name Heather on the list? 10 seconds, tick-tock. There's your 10 seconds up. Whose was the worst guess? Let's have a look. It was Brian's, who said 26. The actual answer was 8. The question is, who was closest? Was it Mel? Was it Monica? Was it Phil? It was, in fact, Monica! So the first question goes to the Rockies. You shouldn't have left her out, should you? She's only come along for the ride, but yeah, she is all of a sudden. Probably well. OK, let's have a look at what everybody else got. Phil, you said 18 and 19, said Mel. But nonetheless, it was Monica that did that. Well done. You've won that first question. Question 2. On the 30th of June this year, a leading auction website advertised an autograph of film legend James Dean for £5,000. But on the same day, how much was a framed autograph of spicy singer Jerry Halliwell on sale for? How much was Jerry Halliwell's autograph on sale for? It wasn't a frame. Whether that make any difference to you thinking or not, I don't know. That's your time up. Goes quick, doesn't it? Once again, we find out whose was the worst guess. It was, in fact, Brian. Oh,
Brian!
£10,000.
Is that what you'd have paid for her autograph?
The actual answer, by the way, was a tenner. So, who guessed closest to a tenner? Was it Mel? Was it Monica? Or was it Phil? It was, in fact, Phil, who said 40. Getting there, boys! Well done, Phil.
Thank you.
That's the first question you won over there.
Absolutely, first question, yes. Start of things to come.
You're back in it. It's one apiece. We've had a look at the coffees. Let's see how far out you were over here in the lockies. £995 for Mel, £400 Monica. Bad luck. So, Judith, you get to take one extra family member into this round's challenge. Who's it going to be?
Phil.
Phil.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
It's an honour, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, you've earned your stripes, mate.
Thank you very much.
Mel, you also get to take one person into this end-of-round challenge. So, who's it going to be?
Christian.
Oh, not against Phil.
Come on, Christian. Oh.
Do you not fancy a Christian?
Well, Phil?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
And then, do you not fancy going into the... Oh, this show's getting out of hand, isn't it? I'm losing all control here. So, for the lockies, it's going to be Christian and Mel, and for the coffees, it's going to be Judith and Phil. So, let's see who's joining us for our next challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Firebreather Big Grey. Fantastic.
That's OK.
Why do they call you Big Grey?
Well, I'm 6'6", my name's Gray.
That'd work then, wouldn't it, really, to be honest? OK, so Big Grey, we've got a bit of a dangerous thing to ask you this evening. We've just seen your fiery skills, but we've set you a particularly flaming hot challenge. Boys, bring in the candles. Over here we have 138 candles. In 3 bursts of flame, how many of the candles will you be able to light? You up for this?
Yes, I'm up for it.
All right, I'll let you prepare and get yourself ready in whatever way you have to. Warm up. It's probably not a good idea to use that for expression, is it? Good luck. OK, so that's what we have to guess. How many candles can Big Grey light in 3 attempts? You have 10 seconds to make your guesstimation starting now. In 3 attempts, how many candles can Big Grey light? It'll be pretty spectacular, whatever happens. There's your 10 seconds up. It's important that I say this, not that you ever would, but don't try this at home. OK, Big Grey, take it away. OK, we've got the number of candles burning, we've got the adjudication, so can we please put those candles out? Thank you. ladies and gentlemen, Big Graham. Well. He did really well. That's hard to do. Not only to blow the flame, but try and direct it as well. So, how many candles did he light? 27. Who had the worst answer? A coffee. Judith, 102. The question is, who has got closest and therefore won their family an extra guesser in the final? Coffees, you need this. It's all resting on Phil.
No pressure.
As he pulled it off for you. The closest guesstimation was... Christian with 38.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at the other scores. Phil, you scored 40. Oh, that was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Only 2 out, yeah, but it wasn't quite enough. And Mel, 53, a bit further away. But the point is, the Lockyers go 2-0 up. The Lockyers really have the advantage. The question is, can the Coffees come back? You need to win something here, Coffees. Let's move on to our next round. The question categories are back on the board. And this round, the category is long shot. Captains, choose your best 2 guessers now that you've seen them all in action. Judith, who are you choosing?
Phil and Brian.
Phil and Brian. You reckon after seeing everyone, they're the best? OK. So, Mel, who do you think your 2 best guessers have proven to be?
Let's go for Christian and James.
Where's the logic in that?
First of all, not you.
No. Let's give James another go.
Don't start a family round.
All right. OK, so for the Coffees, it's Brian and Phil, and for the Lockyers, it's James and Christian. Right, eyes down, concentrate. This is really, really important, this round for you, Coffees, OK?
Yep.
Question 1. In 2007, a man rowed across the channel in a bathtub in just over 9 hours. But when funny man David Walliams swam the channel in 2006, how long did it take him in hours and minutes? How long did it take David Walliams to swim the English Channel? And I have to say, I was gobsmacked when he did it. I thought it was a joke, but he actually did the whole thing. Time up. Whose was the worst guess? It was... Christian, with 42 hours... 3 minutes.
I put that in wrong.
He was in the channel for a day and 3/4. OK, well, the answer actually was a blistering 10 hours and 30 minutes, which I have to say is an amazing effort on David Walliams' part. But the crucial question now is who guesstimated closest? Coffees, you need this one. It was, in fact... James with 13 hours, 45 minutes. The Lockyers win the first question in this round. Let's see how close you were. Brian, you said 19 hours 40. Phil, 22 hours 20. No, not really in the right ballpark there, were you?
No.
You can still win this round, OK? Question 2. In tennis, the longest ever singles match lasted over 31 hours. Last year, 2 Italians spent 15 hours to achieve the longest ever tennis rally. But how many strokes did they play? How many strokes were played in the longest ever tennis rally between 2 Italians? Answers all in. Let's have a look. Who's got the worst guess? It is, in fact, James with 70,000. 70,000. The answer, by the way, was 25,944 strokes. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah. Key now. Has Christian won this one for the Lockyers, or can Brian and Phil grab this one back? The closest guesstimate was from... Phil with 28,000.
No pressure in it. No pressure.
At last. That's not a feel for you over there. 28,000. OK, so Brian, what was Brian's guess? 1,000. 6,800 said Christian. So going into this round's challenge, it's 1 question apiece. Judith, you get to take 1 person in with you. Who's it going to be?
Favourite lad.
Sticking with Phil, are you?
No pressure, Nick.
Yeah.
No pressure.
OK, Mel, you get to take somebody in too. So who's it going to be?
Christian.
Christian.
Not Philip. Get.
Me and Christian got
Again. So, for the lockers, it's going to be Christian and Mel, and for the coffees, it's going to be Judith and Phil. OK, joining us for our last challenge tonight, we have the Queen of the Clean and Jerk. Please welcome Britain's first female Olympic weightlifter, Michaa Breeze. There you go, demo of exactly what Michaa is doing. That's now explain that for us. That's the what would you call that as a lift?
That's a deadlift. That's a powerlifting exercise rather than a weightlifting exercise, but it's similar to what we do from the floor.
And we've just seen you lift an empty rig, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, weighs 45 kilos. So I wouldn't be able to lift that just with it empty. But we have a seriously strength-sapping challenge for you tonight, because in addition to that rig, we want to know how many bricks you can lift. Each brick weighs 2.3 kilograms. Each time you successfully complete a lift, we're going to add more bricks to the rig. What we want to know is how many bricks you can lift before it all gets too heavy. You up for this?
Sure am.
Fantastic. Now, I'm going to leave you to sort of get in the zone.
If that's what you want to call it, that's what I'll do.
OK, thank you very much. I'll leave you to get warmed up. OK, so that's what we need to work out. How many bricks can Michaa lift? Teams, you have 10 seconds to make your guesstimations. How many bricks can Michaa lift on top of the weight of that huge rig that she's lifting as well? Come with me. Because Michaa, it's time to try and solve our weighty problem. So, get yourself in the zone, get ready.
Should we go for 10 to start?
You're for 23 kilos straight
I
off.
might regret this straight up, but let's have a go.
Good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to go for 10 bricks, 23 kilos. In your own time, Michaa. She's lifted it. Well done. Congratulations. How many more would you like to go for?
Another 10?
Another 10. Another 10 bricks, another 23 kilos going into the contraption. They're all set. OK, Michaa, in your own time. She's made it! OK, Michaa, how many more bricks?
Let's go for another 10. 10 more bricks.
10 more bricks. Yeah. 10 more bricks, please. So there's a total of 30 bricks have been loaded into the contraption now. Go on, Michaa. Whoa, yes! So, Michaa, let's go for 5 this time.
What do you reckon?
Go on, Michaa. Are we done?
Let's go 2.
You're going to go 2. OK, 2 more bricks.
Can't hear you.
Come on, Michaa. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, Michaa, what about that? That was, if you don't mind me saying, amazing. OK, so you actually managed, the lift you managed was 35 bricks. This is what we asked them. And just a matter of interest, for those of you that would like to know, that's, with the contraption weight, 125.5 kilos, which is an extraordinary amount of weight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Michaa. Wow. 125.5 kilos. That's extraordinary, isn't it? Coffees, as you know, this is crucial for you. You need to win a round. So, we'll start in the usual way. Who had the worst guesstimation? It was, in fact, Mel who said 60. So, as far as the lockies are concerned, it's down to Christian, but this gives you a good opportunity. It means there's 2 of you still in the game over here, Judith and Phil. The closest guesstimation to the correct answer of 35 came from... It was Phil! OK, you said you could cope with the pressure, and you absolutely did. Judith, you said 18.
No.
And Christian, you... 29. So, at the end of the third round, it's 2-1 to the Lockiers. Very soon, one of these families will be off on a fantastic trip somewhere in the world. We'll find out exactly where and which family after we go live to Lottery HQ for the Dream Number Draw, which supports the London 2012 Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. Welcome back. Before the Dream Number Draw, we saw the Lockiers and the Coffees guessing at full pelt to gain an advantage in our crucial final. One of these families will soon be winning a fantastic holiday, but to get there, they'll have to be the best guessers. Let's see where that amazing holiday is.
Tonight's winners will be off to China. The 2008 Olympic Games proved that China's capital, Beijing, has it all. Don't miss the stunning Forbidden City. And you can't miss the Great Wall either. End your trip in the bustling coastal city of Shanghai, home to one of the world's most spectacular skylines. China really has something for everyone to enjoy.
So you fancy that, Coffees?
Absolutely.
China, exotic holiday.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Fancy that, China?
Dream holiday. It's a dream holiday.
OK, so, digital viewers, I'm afraid you're not going on that holiday, but we still hope your guessing is going well. So, going into our final round tonight, this is the situation. The Lockiers have won 2 rounds, which means, Mel, you take along 2 people into the final with you. Who are you leaving out?
Mum.
Oh, Monica.
I don't.
OK, Coffees, you've just won the 1 round. So, Judith, this is actually crucial for you. OK, because there's only going to be the 2 of you. So, who's it going to be?
It's got to be Phil.
Phil, he's been strong for you all along.
Yes, yeah.
This is how the final works. We'll play the best of 3 questions. All 3 will be about our holiday destination, China. The first family to guess closest on 2 questions will win the trip to Beijing and beyond. Simple as that. Best of 3. Hidden Dragon, Hit the Wall, The In Crowd, all in the game. Chinese Whispers, East meets West. Lockies, you won the most rounds, so you get to pick the first category. Mel, what's it going to be?
Chinese Whispers.
OK. Here's the first question. The world's longest ever game of Chinese Whispers involved 1,330 people. In hours and minutes, how long did that game last? The world's longest ever game of Chinese Whispers involved 1,330 people. In hours and minutes, how long did it last? Your 10 seconds is up. OK, I can tell you that the answer was 2 hours and 4 minutes. The final we play a little differently. Let's have a look and see whose answer we'll take a look at first. Mel, why don't we start with you? Your guesstimation was 78 hours. So you're a fair way off. Judith, shall we check what you said? You guesstimated 12 hours and 30 minutes, which means that currently you're winning it for the Coffees. James, your guesstimation was 7 hours 45 minutes, which means you currently are winning it for the Lockiers. Christian, let's take a look at your answer. You guesstimated closer than 7 hours 45? Yes, you did. Whoa. 3 hours 42 minutes, which means, as it stands at the moment, the Lockiers are winning question 1, which means we have to check with Phil. Judith, you chose Phil because you thought he was the strongest guesser in your team. Phil guesstimated 10 hours 30. Christian wins it, and the Lockiers are 1-0 up in the final. Coffees, it's the best of 3. You need the next one, or they're going on the holiday. It is your chance, though, to pick the category. Judith, what's it going to be?
East meets west.
East meets west. Concentrate, those that are playing. Here comes the question. As the crow flies, how many miles is it from London to Beijing? It's a straightforward question. How many miles is it from London to Beijing? I can tell you the correct answer is 5,071 miles. Should we start with you, James?
Go for it.
Okay. What's your guesstimation to get us up and running?
I'm
You said
embarrassed
60,000 miles. So it's a fair way off, 55,000 miles out. Judith, your guesstimation was 6,748 miles. A lot closer. Mel, should we have a look at your answer? Can you get closer than Judith and rest it back onto the Lockyer's side? Mel, your guesstimation was 3,000 miles. So at 3,000 miles, it means that it's currently being held still by you, Judith. You are still the closest guess. Phil, I wonder whether you can get any closer. You've been very strong so far, haven't you? Let's take a look. Your guesstimation was 6,200 miles. Only 1,100 miles odd out. So, is that close enough to win it? Christian, let's take a look at your guess. You said...
Yeah!
2,700 miles. Which means, Phil, you have taken that question. The copies have come back. It all goes down to the third and final question, the decider. OK, third category. Choose carefully, Mel. This choice could win you a trip to China.
Hidden dragon.
Hidden dragon. This is crucial. This is for the holiday. In 2007, the world's longest ever dancing dragon was paraded at the Chinese festival in Henan province. But how many feet long was it? You have 10 seconds to make your guesstimation starting now. How long was the world's longest ever dancing dragon? Okay, your answers are locked in. Best of luck to both families. I can tell you the answer is 16,587 feet. Mel, we're coming to you first. You guesstimated 900 feet. Let's take a look at what Judith said. Can you get closer than that, Judith? You guessed 3,586 feet, so you are currently winning it for the coffees. James, let's take a look at your answer. Can you get closer than Judith? You guessed 3,000 feet. So no, Judith still holds it for the coffees. Phil, you've been strong for the family throughout. It's you and Christian left. Phil, you guessed 3,980 feet. At the moment, Phil, your answer is taking the family to China. The question is, can Christian get any closer and win that holiday for the Lockyers? It's all down to you, Christian. Let's take a look at the final guesstimation. Christian, you said 8,000. So, it's commiserations to the Coffees who fought so well, but in the end it was the Lockies that was just that little bit better at guessing.
Great game. Bon voyage and enjoy.
Congratulations,
and well
guys.
played.
Oh, that's really nice. These are fabulous Coffees, ladies and gentlemen. How amazing was that? Nerve-wracking as well, I'd have thought.
No, my heart was...
Hey, but listen to this. You're going on a holiday to China. How cool is that? Well done to the Lockies. They're jetting off to China, and we're off too. Coming up right now at Lottery HQ are the Thunderball and Lotto draws. We'll see you next time for more Guesstimation. Good night. Congratulations. Well done.